Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're not going to be talking about Celtic, taking a wee bit of a break, but obviously recently Scotland, the national team, has been going through a lot of changes, a lot of problems, things that need to be fixed. We found ourselves without a manager after Gordon Strachan stood down as Scotland manager after an unsuccessful qualifying campaign for the World Cup, and then also Stuart Regan was sacked, or also stood down as the chief executive of the SFA in the past couple of weeks after a failed attempt at getting Michael O'Neill as the Scotland manager. Today's video is about the Scotland manager position, who has been linked with the position, as you've probably heard and probably already seen in the video title. We're going to be talking about my opinion on this, very big discussion about Walter Smith coming out of retirement to come and manage the Scottish national team. We obviously went in for Michael O'Neill. He was personally the man who I would have went for as Scotland manager. Didn't play exactly the most exciting brand of football, but probably the clear choice after doing so well over the past couple of qualifying campaigns with Northern Ireland, getting them to Euro 2016 and coming so close to the World Cup in 2018 at two very successful qualifying campaigns. He looked to be the obvious choice for the Scotland job, but we interviewed him, we sat down, we said to him, here you go, here's the job, do you want to be Scotland manager? And he kindly declined. He said he wanted to stay with Northern Ireland. He took that role on and continued that role and did knock us back, which, to be honest, was kind of expected. We were on that 50-50, on one side he's managing his home nation already, and it was a job where he was secure, he was enjoying, and probably going to be in a bit better position moving forward. So he stayed there rather than come to Scotland, who, obviously we've struggled for so long. We've not showed any sort of development recently. We've not been great. Gordon Strachan looked as though, maybe he was bringing some positives back, and we were this close to finishing second in the group, and then it all just went to shit. But, we're not doing well. We've not done well for a long time now, and change is needed. So, we're not going to get the ultimate matter of this whole manager situation. The ultimate thing is we're not going to have a manager to have a chief executive. That is a guarantee, pretty much. So don't expect to see a manager appointed soon. But there is heavy talks about Walter Smith becoming Scotland manager, and I just want to give my opinion on it and whether I think it'd be a good appointment. And I'm just going to come out and say it right away. I do hope to Christ Walter Smith does not get named Scotland manager. Now, Celtic fans watching the video will most likely agree with me. And Rangers fans watching the video, I can already tell, are commenting away, oh, you're only saying that because he managed us. You're only saying it because it's Walter Smith. Wouldn't be that if it was anyone else. Look, Walter Smith's had his time. And I'm going to, before I go any further, Walter Smith was a terrific manager. He done marvellous stuff for Rangers, and he was a top manager. The man is now in his 70s. He has been retired since 2011. And ultimately he's had a go before. And we need something new. We need something fresh. That's the thing with Scotland. I just feel like if we employ Walter Smith as Scotland manager, results, will they improve? God knows. It's a crystal ball situation with Scotland. Really, you need to be able to see the future to know if we're going to do well or not. But I feel like we're just going to get more and more of what the same thing has been for the past God knows how long. It's not been any different from when Walter Smith was manager, when Alec McLeish was manager, when Craig Levein was manager, when Craig Burley was manager, when Gordon Strachan was manager. Mostly because we've just been garbage throughout all of those managers. But nothing seems to change. There's no freshness there. There's actually nothing visibly or tactically changing in Scotland with those. Granted, I think out of all those managers, we did definitely play the worst brand of football under Craig Levein. But, I mean, other things, the main things, what we always want to complain about is team selection. I don't think there'd be any difference in team selection if Walter Smith was named manager. We'd still be seeing the likes of Graham Dorrans getting picked, and not so much Dorrans now that he's moved to Rangers. But those players that stay in the Championship and do nothing, Barry Bannon, Akechi Anya, these sorts of players, I don't think there's going to be any change in the team selection. Tactically, I think we're still going to struggle against big teams. Look, we need a manager who's ultimately going to bring something fresh. Michael O'Neill probably would have brought a negative brand of football to Scotland. There's no denying that. He brings a negative brand of football out of Northern Ireland. Very defensive, but they get the job done. Ultimately, we need something different. We need something that's not been done over the past 6 years, and that's us picking the wrong teams, playing the wrong tactics, and getting the wrong results. And I don't think ultimately Walter Smith is the manager to do it. Don't get me wrong. He had a couple of positive results as Scotland manager, a positive short term as manager. The stats, I'll get the stats just to confirm. He managed 16 games, Scotland winning 7, losing 5. So, I mean, it's not the most negative thing you're ever going to see. A 43% win ratio with Walter Smith in charge. But ultimately, I'm just going to come back to the same thing. There's no difference for me. I just feel like it's going to be such a negative thing. We've seen it in the past. We've seen it before. It didn't get us anywhere ultimately. I don't think it's going to get us anywhere again. I think we're going to come down to the same old, moaning about the same things. That's what's going to happen. We're going to moan about team selection. We're going to moan about this, that. I just really do. And I'm not saying it because I'm a Celtic fan. I just don't think Walter Smith is the right man for the job. Granted, he's better than some names getting thrown out. Someone phoning the Super Scoreboard last night saying get Larsson or McCoist in. I mean, dear God almighty. No. Look, we do need something fresh. Maybe Henrik Larsson would be something fresh, but no, never in a million years. You can't hire a man who just got relegated from the Swedish Premier Division to take our national team forward. We can't do that. Maybe it's someone who's not Scottish that we go for with a completely different brand of tactic, brand of football. Who knows? But Walter Smith, for me, he has been considered. Just personally, wouldn't go with the option of Walter Smith. I think there are better options probably out there. Maybe we look into the likes of bringing in Stevie Clarke. I think he's a guy who would come in and pick players who perform actually well and not just because they play for teams like Norwich City and Derby County. I think he would be a manager who would pick players who are performing decently. Neil Lennon's a name was getting thrown about, but ultimately I think there's too much baggage that comes with Neil Lennon to hire him as Scotland manager. I don't think it will happen. And there was another name being thrown about, and I can't remember now. It's something off my head. Derek McInnes. There's managers there who I think would actually bring something fresh. But it seems like that line of managers, Strachan, McLeish, Walter Smith, I just think they're going to bring the exact same thing. It just feels like a mid-2000s get-together with those names. That's what it seems like. And I feel like the players would be playing on the park. It would be a mid-2000s get-together. Kirk Broadfoot would end up getting picked, for fuck's sake. So, wait and see. But Walter Smith, ultimately my opinion is I don't really want to see him as Scotland manager. Granted, if he does get named Scotland manager, I will support him as manager because at the end of the day it's my country. I don't like Walter Smith because I'm a Celtic fan. But it's not the reason I don't want him. I'll reiterate that point. But I will stand by him. I don't want to see my country do well, do badly. I want to see them do well. So only time will tell, but I just don't see us progressing much with the appointment of Walter Smith, and that's ultimately my opinion. Let me know your opinion if Walter Smith is named as Scotland manager. Ultimately, it's still a long way to go, and the guy is in retirement. Who knows? This might just be all paper talk, and it pretty much is all paper talk. But still got a long way to go. The chief executive first, the SFA is in a horrible, horrible state now. I mean, the country, the national team has been in that state for God knows how long. Very long time. It's not going to improve, really. It's a terrible time to be a Scotland fan at all times, really, isn't it? Like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.